just how frustrating for a second night in a row to allow goals in the last minute there to tie it up, and tough with the shootout loss, but just kind of how tough was just the last minute there of the third period.
Yeah, it's obviously disappointing. We gave up three 5-on-6 goals this weekend, so that's something we got to get cleaned up and take a look at, and obviously get better at that area. I think the frustrating part, and I don't really know if frustrating is the right word, is we felt we played a really good game. For large stretches, the second period for 18 minutes there before they capitalized on a couple chances. Like we felt we played really well and played a better game than what we did last night. Like we thought we took a lot of positive steps.
Seems like last month and this month Christian Stover's been on an entire tear. I mean, we look at the 5-on-4 in overtime. Have any comment about him and how he's been playing since coming back?
He's been really good. That was a crazy flurry there. He made some saves that were really impressive. Obviously, kept us in a position to have an opportunity in the shootout. He made some big time saves there, especially at the end of the flurry. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that. It was impressive for sure. Some of the saves he made.
Yeah, it seems earlier in that last press conference, Ryan O'Hara talked about how goals are now coming in bunches for him. Have you seen anything different out of his game, to finally start netting or putting the puck in the net?
No, I think when I was on the radio show earlier in the week, I got asked that question too. And the one thing with Ryan is he's a pretty confident player, and we thought that he was creating chances and getting opportunities, and they just weren't going in for him. I think he's still playing really well for us. He's still generating. It's just now he's had some opportunities where the puck's gone in, which is obviously great for him.
I think he knew Bemidji State coach was going to push hard in the third period, and they outshot you. I think it was 18-7. It seemed like, and Christian played a great game. Nothing against that, but do you think he got a little tired maybe the team got a little tired as you worked your way through a hard-fought overtime and then into the shootout?
No, I don't know if we're tired. It's just, teams are going to push. Like when we're down, we have pushes too. Every team seems to have a little bit of a push, especially late in games when you're down by a couple. So they had a really good push, and then obviously, they pulled their goalie. We probably played the last close to 5 minutes shorthanded, and then into the overtime. So, again, I think that's if we play those minutes even strength, maybe they don't have the shot volume that they had, but overall, like I said, I thought it was a really positive game. So that's the disappointment is when you lose games like that when you think you played pretty well.
Eric Parker plays his 100th career game today. Obviously, you've been here since the start of his Bowling Green career. Talk about his leadership and what it means for him to be a Falcon.
Yeah, Parks he's a really good defenseman for us. He's even keel. He's always in a good mood, has a smile, comes to practice every day, works hard. He's been really good this year on the back end, especially bringing in Ivan, a freshman, at break, and put Parkers with him the very first practice because we know Parks will help him out and talk to him a lot, and he's really positive on the bench. And it's great to see him get his 100th game.
Talk about special teams just real quick too, Coach. Can you? I think it was one out of 6, maybe on the power play. Maybe a goal there would have made the difference for you, win more separation.
Yeah, we had a really nice goal there on the power play. If we would have got another one for sure, that would have been great. Give them credit. They disrupted us, made it hard to set up. They were pretty good on their forecheck and denied us some entries and put a lot of pressure on us trying to set it up. So credit to them. They put a lot of pressure on us, and we're unable to capitalize on those.
Talking about the atmosphere in the building tonight, can you say something about 2,600 here, and they were making some noise without the students here?
Yeah, it was. It's interesting as a coach. Sometimes you don't notice those things, but certainly noticed the crowd during that flurry in OT, and they got really loud then. So it's obviously great. We think our atmosphere here is fantastic. It's great to see the students back because we think we have a great student section. It's one of the best with the bleacher creatures. So having people in the building and getting school rolling again and having the student section back is a big advantage for us.
Played really well, but once again they were able to score late, and in that final minute, just kind of how tough was just that late stretch where they obviously pull a goalie for an extra attacker and able to tie it up again and then get the shootout win.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3 6-on-5 goals in 2 nights. That's clearly something we got to work on, but that's something that we can identify and begin to work on. And other than that, we played really well. So we know what we need to work on moving forward.
Obviously, your goal in the third period there, kind of halted Bemidji's momentum a little bit, from that late second period. Just take us through that goal because there's so much activity right in front of the net. You're on the right side and you kind of just sneak it past Scholl. Just how were you able to kind of flip that past him?
Yeah, I think I remember last night I had a similar opportunity where I chose to go the forehand and tried to go across the crease. And watching it, I noticed he kind of left some space up high. So I thought tonight I got the same kind of opportunity and thought I would shovel it there, and it just squeaked its way in.
Christian had a lot of saves in goal tonight. That sequence in overtime was kind of mind-boggling. There's just so much activity right in front of that. Just how kind of wild was that sequence there in overtime?
Yeah, it was crazy. The fans were going crazy. It was wild, even from the bench. I mean, it started going to 5-on-4, 5-on-5 in overtime. It was confusing and hectic, and we got through it. And ultimately we got through the entire overtime and got back to 3-on-3. So that's a positive we could take away.
Yeah, obviously early in the season it was a struggle to get the puck into the net, and now it seems like you're off the races, 3 goals on the series. How big is that for you, kind of see that puck finally hit the back of the net?
Yeah, there's a saying that goals are like grapes, they come in bunches, so they weren't going in for the first 16, and now it feels like things are squeaking in. I guess that's kind of the nature of the game.
Yeah, Eric Parker hits his 100th career game today. You hit that milestone early this season. You played with him for 4 years. How important is that, leadership from him on the bench, in the locker room, and on the ice?
Yeah, he's been great. He's been a great classmate, a great friend, and a great teammate. So it's great to see him reach 100 games, and it's been a privilege to play with him.